Dear God, give me added peace. Subtract anything in me not pleasing to you. Take my gift to the next power and divide the sea for me to walk into your promise. With this, we start our new topic, division as a repeated subtraction. She is Meena. She is having 10 balloons and she decided to give these balloons equally to 5 of her friends. Now, what she starts with, first she shares one balloon to each of her friends. So, here this person is getting one balloon, then this person is getting one more balloon, that is second balloon. Then here this person is getting one more balloon, then this child is getting one more balloon, and then she is getting one more balloon. Okay, and now Meena counts how many balloons are left out with her, and she comes to know that she is left out with 5 more balloons. That is, she had 10 balloons and 5 balloons she has already shared. So now she is left out with 5 balloons. So now she can share these 5 balloons again with 5 of her friends. So now when she shares this balloon, then here this is the second balloon given to the child, this is the second balloon given to the child, this is also the second balloon given to the child, this is the second balloon given to the child, and this is also the second balloon given to the child. Okay, so here you can see that each of her friend is getting two balloons, and now Meena is left out with no balloons. Okay, see this picture once again. You can see that each of the child is getting two balloons. Okay, so when Meena gave one balloon to each of the child, that is each of her friend, then at the first stage she was left out with 5 balloons, and then she distributed 5 balloons again to 5 of her friends, and then she had no balloons then after. This repeated subtraction can be written as 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 10 divided by 5, that is equal to 2, where 10 is said to be your dividend, 5 is your divisor, and 2 is the quotient. Okay, there were no balloons left out, that is 10 is exactly divisible. Okay, so I will write here 10 is exactly divisible by 5, and therefore we can say that 2 and 5 are the factors. They are the factors of 10. If it is exactly divisible, then we will say that they are the factors, or otherwise we will say that no, still something else is there. Now what else is there, we will see. Look at this figure now. You can see that there are 7 birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 birds. We are going to make them sit on 2 of the trees. Okay. So let me start with, say, bird number 1 will sit here. Bird number 2, bird number 3, bird number 4, bird number 5, bird number 6. Now bird number 7 is left out. Okay, why? Because what we said that we are going to try out to make them sit on both of the trees in equal numbers. Okay, now if this bird is left out, that means in division sometimes it is not possible to equally group or equally share all the things. Something may be left over. The number that is left over in division is called the remainder. Okay, so now here what happened actually, that is 7 birds were there and we tried to make them sit equally on 2 trees. So here what was the quotient on each of the tree? You saw that 3 birds could sit. That is quotient is 3 and 1 bird was left out, that is remainder is 1. 4 children were walking through a garden which had a lovely mango tree. Suddenly, a strong wind blew and all the mangoes fall on the ground. The children counted these mangoes and they counted them all together to be 22. Now they decided that let us divide these mangoes equally among all of us. So now they started dividing the mangoes equally. First, each child took one mango. Then after, once again, they had taken the second mango, and then the third mango was taken by all 3 of them, all 4 of them, right? Now, then after they had taken the 4th mango, and now lastly they had taken one more mango, and now they saw that only 2 mangoes are left out. So if we 2 of us take, then the other 2 will not have 1 mango for them, so that the number of mangoes they receive equally. So now 2 mangoes are extra, that is what they thought of. Okay, now if in mathematical language I want to understand this part, then what is this 22? That is 22 mangoes they got initially, right? So this 22 mangoes, that becomes your dividend. And then they decided that these 22 mangoes are to be equally shared among 4 of us. That is, what is this 4? That is 4 is your divisor. Okay, 4 is the divisor. Now, how many mangoes did each child get? That is, here you can see that each child got 5 mangoes, right? Here you can see that number of mangoes each child received was 5. So, what is 5? 5 becomes your quotient, and 2 mangoes were left out, so 2 is your remainder, right? Now children, try to understand the division algorithm. 22 mangoes were there. They were distributed or divided equally among 4 of the friends, right? And number of mangoes each child got was 5. So this was your quotient and 2 mangoes were left out. Okay, that is, here you can write like this: 22 divided by 4. Now you have to count how many times will 4 go into 22. That is 4 5s are 20, and when you subtract 20 from 22, you get 2. So this 2 is your remainder. So how to get the dividend, that is quotient, into divisor? These two numbers you have to multiply and add the remainder to get this dividend. Fine? This can be also done as, once again, you are going to assume that these are mangoes, and how many they are altogether? They are 22. Okay, and 4 children are there. So I am writing here, these are to be given to 4 of the children, right? Now, how you can do is, out of 22, just go on removing 4. So here 4 are removed. At first stage 4 are removed. Then after once again 4 are removed. Then after once again 4 are removed. So here I remove 4. Then again I remove 4. And now, how many are left out? These 2 are left out. Is it okay? So, what is this I have done? That is repeated subtraction. 22 initially I had. So, 22 minus 4 I have done. That is, I was left out with 18. Then after 18 minus 4 I have done. So, I was left out with 14. Then 14 minus 4 I have done. So I was left out with 10 mangoes. Then after 10 mangoes were given to 4 of the children. So I was left out with 6 mangoes. Then after 6 mangoes were given to 4 of the children. So I was left out with 2 mangoes. Okay, so what is this 2? 2 is the remainder. And what is the quotient here? 4 5s are 20, right? Now let us see division by repeated subtraction. So here we go. The first question is 24 divided by 4. So how you are going to do? That is the method, as I said, this is repeated subtraction. So first step, I will subtract 4 from 24. Now I am left out with 20. Now this 20 is left out, and now again I will subtract 4 from 20. So I have now 16. Now the 16 is left out. I will subtract 4 from that. So I am left out with 12. This is your step 3. Then step 4, I will do 12 minus 4. So I am left out with number 8. And then I am going for 8 minus 4. That is, I am left out with 4. And now step 6, that is 4 minus 4, and I am left out with 0. Okay, so in how many steps I could reach the number 0? That is, here you can see in 6 steps. So here 24 divided by 4, you can write it as 6. Okay, and this is what the remainder is. So here the remainder is 0. This is the quotient. Fine. And this was your divisor. This is your dividend. So here I will write dividend. This was your divisor. This is your quotient and the remainder is 0. Now I have to write the division fact. So here, how can I write that is 24 divided by 4 is equal to 6. You can also express it as 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. And the fact, that is multiplication fact, if I write, then I can write it as 6 4s are 24. 4 6 are 24. When I am writing this, what does it mean? That is 24 is the dividend. What is the divisor? Divisor is 6. What is the quotient here? Quotient is 4 and the remainder is 0. Okay. So for this question, what is the division fact? Division fact is this one. 24 divided by 4 comes to 6. Let us do one more question here. 72 divided by 9. So here the first step, that is I will subtract 9 from 72. So here I am left out with 63. Now second step, I have to go for 63 minus 9. So it comes to 54, right? Now step 3, I have to subtract 9 from 54. That is, I am left out with 45. Now step 4, that is 45 minus 9, that comes to 36. Now step 5, that is 36 minus 9, so it comes to 27. Step 6, that is 27 minus 9, so I am left out with 18. Again, when I go for step 7, it's 18 minus 9. So I am left out with 9, and then step 8, that is 9 minus 9, and this comes to 0. In how many steps I got 0? That is in 8th step. And here, how can I write this answer? That is 72 divided by 9. How many steps are there? Altogether 8. What is this? 72. This is your dividend. Divisor, this is your quotient, and 0 is the remainder. Okay. Now look at this question, and if you are asked to solve this question by repeated subtraction and write the division fact also, then how you are going to proceed? As I said, step 1, 17 minus 3, that comes to 14. Then after 14 minus 3, that comes to 11. Then I have to go for 11 minus 3, that is 8. Step 4, that is 8 minus 3 comes to 5. Then step 5, that is 5 minus 3 comes to 2. Then after, from 2, I cannot subtract 3. The larger number I cannot subtract from the smaller one, right? So what happens here? That is, here in 5 steps, I could see that 2 are still left out. So this becomes the remainder, and 5 steps, so this becomes the quotient. So here 17 divided by 3, when you do it, what is the quotient here? Quotient is 5, and what is the remainder? That is 2. So you can write the division algorithm as I said, that is, these two numbers you have to multiply. 5 3s are 15 plus 2, that is 17. This was your dividend, right? This is your remainder, and the quotient and the divisor. This was your divisor and this was the quotient, right? So when you multiply this two and add this number, you get the answer, that is the dividend you will get. This is your division algorithm. Thank you.